I keep being asked what I'm gonna do with the hundreds of pounds of potatoes I'm growing right here in my backyard. And honestly, it's a very valid question because I myself am questioning if I'm growing too much food here in my backyard. What the average person doesn't realize though is that the potatoes you get from the grocery store can sometimes be up to 9 months old already. Although I'm expecting a lot more, let's just say I get 200 pounds of potatoes for my potato bed this year. If I'm able to preserve those 200 pounds of potatoes and use them up over the next 9 months, realistically, it's only 5.5 pounds per week that I would have to feed my family of 5. When you look at it like that, it's really not so overwhelming. Especially when you think that I'm gonna be making all of my French fries, my hash browns, my breakfast potatoes. I mean, all of those freezer-friendly potatoes that I plan on making with at least probably about half of my potato harvest. I mean, it's really not overwhelming when you think of it over the course of the year. The potatoes are really the least of my worries. If you ask me, personally, I'm more worried about what we're gonna do with 14 eggs every day. Because although I am a big egg person, scrambled eggs and fried eggs are getting a little bit old. Yesterday we got the most eggs we've ever gotten, which was 14. Hi, chickies. I don't want to sell them yet. I'm really just trying to focus on feeding my family. And until I know that we're going to have enough eggs for the winter, maybe at the end of the summer after I, preserved what I could, maybe then I'll consider selling some. But until then, I just want to feed my family. I'm really not I'm not looking into selling the eggs for profit. I think I counted 12 eggs. I love eggs, but eating scrambled eggs every day gets a little bit boring. If you have any recommendations on recipes that uses up a lot of eggs, please let me know. I'm willing to try anything. I tried an egg custard last week, and I don't recommend it, but it uses up a lot of eggs, so it was worth a try. I honestly feel like I may have overdone it with our tomatoes and onions too. I can't even imagine what 150 onions would look like. But at this point, I know in my heart, I was thinking it's gonna be better to plant more than to not have enough at the end of the season. But I planted 14 Hungarian heart tomatoes. I have 12 more in my driveway just waiting to be planted. I don't know if we're gonna add another bed down, where is it? I don't know if we're gonna add another bed down here to where we can plant them. If not, I'm just gonna try to give them away. We did spend Mother's Day setting up our cattle panel trellises, and let me tell you, it was very interesting to try to get cattle panels in the back of a minivan. Trust and believe though, if there is a will, there is a way. While we're on that subject, here's our other cattle panel trellis we built. This is gonna be for butternut squash. This is gonna be my first year growing butternut squash, but I hear that it makes a better pumpkin pie than pumpkins do. Here's our other garlic and onion bed. I have 75 onions in here and about 28 garlic. These are my yellow of Parma onions that I try to start from seed myself. I think they're doing fine. I think they're a little bit behind where they should be, but they're starting to pick up now that I started giving them fish emulsion. Fish emulsion is high in nitrogen, which helps plants get the nice green foliage. Another thing that I'm not too concerned about how many I have are all of my carrots. I have 158 Danver half-long carrots. By the time I thin these guys one more time in about another week or so, I'm only gonna end up with hopefully between 75 and 80 good size Danver half-long carrots. And they store forever in the fridge. That's easy, so easy it's gonna be to use up in soups and stews. We love chicken noodle soup. And excuse me, but this is so exciting. I was just checking on my broccoli, which I am winning at the broccoli game this year. Last year, I didn't get, not I didn't get any broccoli. But this year, I'm gonna get some. I swear I'm gonna get some. Thanks to these laundry mesh bags I have on top of them. Look at that, my first broccoli! It feels good to have a win like that today. So like I said, I keep being asked what I'm gonna do with hundreds of pounds of potatoes. Well, I'm gonna use them up over the next 9 months, and whatever I can't use, I'm gonna give away to my family. At the end of the day, I would rather have way more than we could possibly need than not enough to feed my family. I only showed you about half of what we have planted back here in our backyard in today's video, but we still have so much more to plant. We still have all of our zucchini, squash, beans, peppers, sweet potatoes if I can find them. Make sure you're following us along so you don't miss how many pounds of food we're able to pull from this backyard this summer. And if you want to watch a video that shows a little bit more of what we're doing in our backyard, watch this next one.